I'm driving really aggressively for some reason. I guess it's partly because I haven't driven the bike in a while. Jeez. Another reason I don't like driving through town. I just want to rev around, but I can't. Speaking of revving, man, this thing is so loud. I don't rev bomb people though. There's only two reasons I'll rev bomb someone. One, on the rare occurrence that someone does something they shouldn't do, and it's actually in both of our interests for me to rev and get their attention. Then I'll do it. You can't tell someone to cross when we're in the middle of an intersection. You can't do that. Just go. You're making me look bad. Oh, good. Low fuel. Good. I know there's a gas station right here somewhere, so as soon as I see one, I'll stop. I should be able to fart around town for a while. Anyway, I don't rev bomb unless it's to get someone's attention. Well, that's not rev bombing. That's just me accelerating hard. Yeah, buddy. Or if what I'm going to do is explicitly funny. There's a gas station right there. So if like there's a pile of women's and it's just like, okay, this is funny, boop, then it's fine. But I don't do it if like there's kids and they're gonna get scared, or there's old people and they're gonna die. You know, I don't. It's a shame though, because this is potentially a very douche bike, but I don't use it like a douche. This would be a good time for me to rev, but I'm just gonna be patient instead. Watch this. Watch how patient I am. Look how freaking patient I am. I am a little freaking saint on a beast. This guy's looking at me like I'm a retard. I'm like, Durr. Going slowly. Aha! I reach for the key. Now I'm retarded and stupid. I always use the best gas, doesn't matter what vehicle I'm driving. It's like, I don't even acknowledge that anything less than the best exists. I always use that one. See, he honked to get them to move. I just couldn't, and it worked just fine. Didn't seem offended at all. But I'm just too nice. I have to be like, quietly going on my beast, just waiting for an old lady to get her move on. I'm too nice. It's a problem I have. 10. Yes! Okay. The passenger girl in that car like jumped and then looked at my bike and smiled because she realized what was happening. Too late. Little rev bomb. So recently, you probably saw this a couple days ago, whatever Wednesday, I rode from here, Maryland to Tennessee. That's the ride I've been talking about for forever. And it was very enjoyable. It went very well. I had an excellent ride down there and an excellent ride back. And I'll tell you what, it wasn't very long ago, and it was a long ride, but I want to do it again. Not necessarily a ride back to Tennessee. I want to do a different ride. I really want to ride, I don't know, kind of more or less all day from here to somewhere. I'm not familiar with this East Coast area though, so I would actually really like suggestions for where I could pack up my bike and head to. Bro, it's a 350 Nismo. That's what's up. I like that car. The only thing I don't like about it is how it's not especially fast, but I like the way it looks. I almost bought one. Almost did, because it's cool, but I was like, no, I'm saving up for the car I really want, so I didn't get it, but I still like that car. I may have called it a 350 Nismo. I'm in 370 Nismo. If you know a place that's worth riding to and staying at and hanging out at for a day or two, let me know, because I just had such a good freaking time on that ride. And then on the way back, when I was riding from Tennessee to Maryland, I was able to live stream the whole thing. I couldn't get it to work on the way down, but it worked on the way up. It was really neat because you could just come on my YouTube channel, and then just see from right here what I was seeing out in the middle of nowhere, out in those interstates, and it was really cool. So I'd like to do that again. It was such a good experience. So let me know in the comments if you can. Some place that's close enough, within like 8 hours for me to ride to, and cool enough to stay at for a day or two. Because I don't know the area. Let me know. I tried to put my secondary camera right here. I did, but then I don't know if you can see this mount. With the camera weight on there, it was really flimsy. I didn't feel like it was going to survive, so I decided to take it off. Jeez, I'm being so aggressive. If I'm any more aggressive with the throttle, this front wheel will come up. Like right there, I could walk. It's powerful enough to just do that, but I think I know it well enough now. I mean, I'm certainly comfortable. I've been driving other vehicles, and this one's just like, it's weird. I mean, you could drive cars that are slower, and how do you say, you could drive other things that are slower and safer, but bigger, and you're less likely to get injured on, but I don't feel safe anywhere like I do on a motorcycle. If you put me in an area like this, or like a busy city or something, someplace with stressful driving and bad drivers, put me on a bike. I will feel 5 or 10 times better about it. Because with this, I can do whatever I want. I can just, like, if a dangerous situation happens, or I can avoid it, and I can see around me pretty well. I don't know. I'm a motorcycle person, I think, at heart. I like my cars, but I'm a motorcycle person, so I will choose a motorcycle. Is that a person or a dog? Pretty sure it's a person. That's happened a few times. One time I was like, oh, look at the Labrador. Oh, that's a person. It's not an insult. It's just because they have a lot of hair that looks like dog hair on their head. It's not an insult, but it happens. I'm disappointed because right after I got back from my long ride, and at least it was after my ride, not during, the charging pad here stopped working. I've been, troubleshooting and trying to figure out why it doesn't charge anymore, and I'm pretty sure it's just the cable that needs to be replaced. Or it could be the USB dongle back there. More likely it's this cable. It's one of those two. If it's this USB cable, which I guess I could test when I get home, that means I have to replace that, which is the hardest thing to replace because it literally runs through the bike, and I don't know that I could do that. I actually had the shop put that cable in for me because it runs from front to back. Kind of disappointed about that. Oh well, I can fix it. Speaking of things to fix, this thing doesn't idle as good as it should, and it's not very good in first gear. It's pretty jerky, which means it's not tuned like it should. It doesn't have a custom tune. In fact, it's running what is it running? An Akrapovic map. So whatever it's set up with isn't specific for what I have. It probably should be. The reason I didn't do that is, well, first of all, I knew it'd run good enough. That's for sure. It runs good enough with the map that it has. Another thing is because I was thinking in the future I might add some more parts. I want to wait until I know that there aren't any more performance parts I'm going to do. People keep telling me to do performance upgrades, and I could still pay to unlock the KTM track package, stuff like that, but I have no need to because the bike is certainly good enough for what I use it for right now. I would think like before a track day, maybe after a track day when I want to know the difference and I want to feel the difference, maybe then I'll care. But until then, I don't want to pay for like 1 or 2 power commanders and 1 and 2 dynos or something like that. It runs fine. The place that needs improvement though is like idle when it's cold. When it's cold and it's idle, it doesn't run well. After like a bit of running, it runs just fine. But idle, or not idle, first gear is a little jerky. All right, guys, it's time to live a little. You ready to live a little? Just a little bit? You ready to live a little bit? Can't go a wheelie there. Here we go. You know what the funny thing is? That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. I know it can go faster than that. Yeah, I'm driving more aggressively than normal. Normally, I drive this thing like an old fart. Oh, nice. I'm in my lanes. I'm like right at the speed limit, like literally cruise control to make sure my cruise control is perfect. And I like wait till there's lots of room, and then I pass slowly with the turn signal on. Like that's how I normally drive, okay? Like for real. If you go and ride with me, you're gonna be unimpressed because of how boring I am of a driver. But not right now. Right now we're living a little bit. Woo! Front wheel came up. Feels good. Ew. Oh, yes. So a thing happened. I've got to make a video about this, but I stuck a different battery pack on my helmet. It's for use with the GoPro. And it's working out really well. So the idea came from Jake on the Garden Snake. Jake on the Garden Snake. Yes, him. The Gnome Dome. You know who he is. He suggested to me last time I was in Georgia, putting a battery pack on the helmet, which I didn't want to do for several reasons, but I tried it out. And it has had more pros and cons. And I since upgraded it, and now it works even better. And I'm so happy with how it's working. I'm going to make a video on that sometime. I'll have to. because I know a lot of you should know about having a battery on your helmet to run your stuff, but whatever. I'll do it later. The moral of the story is I'm just happy with how well that's running right now. So now instead of stopping, here's the tagline. Imagine instead of stopping every 50 minutes to change your GoPro battery, you can ride for 8 hours and not even have to touch it. Well, that's not true. No, it is true. You can ride 8 hours straight, at least. I haven't tested it, but it's very good. Anyway, I'm happy with it. I'll show you later in another video. I want to rev my engine. That's what sucks. It sucks being nice. I want to rev my engine and be like, look out! But I'm too nice. So now I'm just hoping someone's going to step out when they shouldn't, you know, do something wrong so that I'm completely justified. Ready? Ready? Level this a little bit. Oh, the front wheel just like it's hopping. I gotta like, oh, bumps, bumps, oh, bumps, bumps, bumps. I love this bike, dude. It's such a good piece of machinery. It really is. I forget sometimes how lucky I am to have something that's so nice, because this is nicer than I realized. It's not just kind of like a motorcycle. I've had used motorcycles and they're all great, but they're like toys. This one feels like this one feels like a machine. Like I say, those are toys. You can play with it. This one is a Terminator designed to kill you. It's amazing. I've lived a little bit. I'm gonna go back to being a good little piggy. So thanks for watching. I have a surprising surprise for you later that I will surprise you with. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Bye.